During your first 50k or ultramarathon,
You're going to face some mental challenges,
so you need a mental game plan.
which we're going to show you in this video.
Let's go! Welcome back to Between Miles.
Hi.
Today we have another episode in our How to Train for Your First 50k or ultramarathon.
Yeah.
And today we're going to talk about your mental game plan, your mental strategy. Woohoo! It's all in your mind.
It's all in your mind.
So obviously, when running a 50k or an ultramarathon, there will be moments where things can get hard.
Yeah.
Lydia has all the experience there.
Yeah, this is very fresh in my brain from UTMB last week.
Exactly. So it's a good moment for us to record this. Also, I am obviously the one here that hasn't run a 50k yet. For those who haven't seen any episodes of this series yet, Lydia is my coach. We're running a 50k together at the start of November in Madeira. And she's helping me prepare for that.
Yeah.
So I've definitely thought about this topic, like, oof, 50k with elevation, with hard parts. How do I prepare myself for that? So Lydia, what would be your first tip when it comes to this mental game plan for 50k?
God, there's so many things that come to mind, but one is having a reason why, or having that motivation.
Okay.
So you want to, a lot of people that might be doing their 50k might be doing it for their kids, might be doing it for a loved one, a charity.
Yeah.
There's so many reasons. It might just be to know that you can complete that distance, and like for yourself almost. So having a good reason why, I think, will definitely motivate you along the way, especially when you get to those hard moments.
Yeah.
You can rethink of that and think, why am I doing this? Who's going to be proud of me at the end?
Yeah.
That's definitely some good motivation in there.
What have you found for you to be the why?
I think for me it's proving to myself that I can do it.
Okay.
Proving that, I think it's mainly for myself. Obviously, when I have DNF'd or I feel really bad in low moments, I think about letting people down, especially on challenges that I've done. I don't want to let those people down.
Yeah.
Brands that count on me, like Ollie, the team that's filming it or anything like that, I just think, I don't want to let those people down. But I take on the challenge because I want to prove to myself that I can do it.
That you can do hard stuff.
I can do hard stuff.
I mean, I said this to you, like I wouldn't be quite sure immediately what my why is.
Yeah.
But I think if you
why are you doing this 50k with me?
Well,
that's the true question.
Yeah, I think if I dig deep, it is indeed to kind of show that I'm tougher than I might have thought of myself.
Yeah.
I don't think that people around me think that I'm not tough.
Yeah.
But I think for so long I've stuck to, shorter distances, easy running. I mean, just a year and a bit ago, I did my first trail run and I said never again.
Yeah.
But I think you've tried to also find the love for it.
Yeah.
Or at least I did find the love for it. I'm not sure if I actually tried.
Yeah.
It just happened. And I guess running longer for me is a lot of, it's meditation.
Yeah.
It makes me feel very zen. But I think sometimes you just want to put yourself through a challenge to also enjoy other aspects of the sport.
Yeah, 100%.
So then, okay, let's say got this 50k coming up.
Yeah.
I look at what the route looks like. What am I going to face during this run?
Yes.
How can I really prepare for that?
So a good way to prepare is you can look at the route.
Okay.
All races will provide you with a route, GPS, and they'll also provide the elevation.
Yeah, often there's a little graph with the elevation, of course.
Exactly. So then a good tip on mental strategy is, once you've looked at that, is to plan the chunks, almost, if you want to call them that, breaking it down into different sections. Don't think 50k or 100k or whatever you're racing. Just think, okay, the next big elevation, or what I really like to do is the next aid stations.
Okay.
So I think think of the next aid station, think of that little break you're going to get. And a good tip that my friend Renee told me is, if you think about quitting and you think it's too hard, never ever quit at an aid station, whatever you do, because quitting at an aid station is too easy.
Okay.
What you do is, if you think about quitting, you don't want to, walk a kilometre out of the aid station.
So make a deal with yourself.
Make a deal.
I'm going to never quit there.
Yeah. And
Okay.
if you walk out of the aid station a kilometre out, you're like, I cannot do this. 100%, I cannot walk back. It's only a kilometre that you've, extra done.
Yeah.
Or 2 kilometres to go back. But at that point, most of the time, you're a kilometre out and you're like, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
And it's very, very rare that you would then walk back unless you're injured or,
Yeah.
There's something really wrong, like you're throwing up or something you don't feel quite right, then go back. But most of the time, you'll have a little snack, have a little walk, have a little pep talk, and you'll keep going.
Yeah.
So never quit at the aid station.
And what you said about like breaking it up in chunks, you can do it between the aid stations.
Yeah.
You could also maybe do it based on distance, but then you want to take the elevation into account, right? Because something I said to you on another run was, imagine you are like breaking it up in chunks of 5K, but this big hill starts at 4.5.
Yeah.
That's not a good way to split it up.
No. I think that's more if you're doing a bit of a flatter ultra or maybe you're on road.
Yeah.
It's a bit easier to split up that way. So yeah, split up with elevation, maybe time. You can always set timers on your watch for nutrition. Every 30 minutes, have it beep, go have a bit of nutrition.
Yeah.
Rethink, like regain that why, keep going on.
Yeah.
So it's a good way to just not think about that end goal, because I think sometimes that end goal's a bit daunting, especially at the start line when you're like, I've got 6 hours out there today. That's a bit like, oh crap. If I think about that UTMB and I think, oh, I've got 9 hours out there.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, oh, do I want to start?
Yeah. I think something else you just mentioned, which is definitely part of the mental strategy as well, is to be prepared to also walk.
Yeah.
Because walking, we've discussed this in one of the other episodes, walking is fine.
Yeah.
Even something you should train. Hiking, power hiking. I think having that already a little bit in that mental strategy is good. So you don't feel disappointed when you're like, you know what, I just need to walk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, and then are there other things that you might do like during the run? For example,
a good one's mental distraction.
Okay.
So it's more like mindful distraction. You don't want to get distracted and sort of like let your mind wander. You still want to be really present, but you want to think about, look at the beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
And if you're really struggling with the distance, a good one to do is trees or lampposts.
Yeah. Yeah, I did it very often actually.
Yeah.
Just run through that tree or that lamppost, and then when you get there,
yeah,
you're like, I can do another one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or you can split it up with, good morning. You can split it up with, walk to that lamppost, run to the next tree.
Yeah.
Walk, run until you feel like you can run again. So that's a really good mindful distraction. Also have a podcast or some music, but I try and keep that for like last resort. Try and stay really present in that race.
Yeah.
And in the surroundings around you. And then when you're like, I cannot anymore, put those headphones in.
I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put those headphones in. Just enjoy that distraction. So I think, it's okay to be distracted and just be present with not being okay with the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, talking about it, how would you embrace those? Like you just actually, during UTMB last week, you did the 50K.
I did, yes.
And you got to some really, you got in some really tough moments.
Yeah.
How did you go about just accepting that?
Yeah, I think for me, the frustration came from more that obviously I've done 50Ks, I've done a lot more than 50K. And when I struggle in those moments, I can get quite frustrated, especially if you go in with a certain goal or a certain time or anything like that, and you're not achieving that,
Yeah.
I think that's where you really have to reassess mentally and be like, it's okay just to want to finish.
Yeah.
Which I actually found really, really tough at the time. I had trouble keeping my food down and I just didn't want to carry on.
Which also I think is worth mentioning. Like, I think a lot of people going into their first ultra or 50k, if your stomach starts to struggle, you might feel like, ah, it's because I am a beginner at this.
Yeah, no.
But this expert still gets it, so you don't have to feel like you suck. You know, your body can just
Not have a
want
good.
to cooperate. Yeah.
Yeah, for me it was lack of salt. I did not take enough salt. It was a rainy day.
So watch our nutrition video.
Yeah, don't be fooled when it's not. Hi. Don't be fooled when it's not sunny.
Yeah.
I didn't take my electrolytes soon enough, and that always makes me feel a bit gippy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to. I've lost my trail of thought now.
So you were struggling. You are frustrated because you've run way more than 50k
Yeah.
very often.
Yeah, so you want to. Obviously, yeah. For me, that was my reason of like getting frustrated. I was very lucky to have Amy, a very close friend,
Yeah.
running with me in the race, and every time I stopped and wanted to quit, she seemed to just reappear and be like, no, we're walking,
We're doing this.
we're finishing it. And so for me, that was my saving grace, having her. But what I have done in the past, when I haven't had someone like that, is that same technique of walk out of that aid station.
Yeah.
Just walk, just complete, you know. And actually, if you take that moment to walk and rest and just sort of align again,
Yeah.
relieve that stress of the race, you might actually do a lot better than you think.
Yeah.
You can actually turn around a race completely
That makes sense.
with just having 15 minutes of walking,
Yeah.
because it's an ultra, because you've got a lot of time to problem solve. You have a lot of time to fix those problems. It's not like a marathon where you're like, you know,
Gotta
let's
do
go,
it.
let's get on this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think.
Is there any mental pep talk also that you give yourself, something that you say that really helps you particularly?
I think I'm actually quite silent in my mind. I quite like thinking of nothing. I know that sounds like I'm a psychopath.
How do you do that?
But I can go hours without thinking of anything. When people are like, what did you think about for that Project Portugal? I'm like, yeah, a lot of nothing actually. But that's just something that helps me.
Yeah.
But it's also, yeah, I guess it's quite hard because everyone's really different. So everyone have their own mindset of how they get through something hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like thinking of nothing.
Okay. So, I mean, to summarize this, what we have right now is break up the race in chunks, be it from aid station to aid station or from fueling to fueling.
Yeah.
We have find your why, think about your motivation. We have mental distraction.
Yeah.
Be it around you or a podcast or an audiobook, something like that.
Yeah. And then we have the next one is embrace. Sorry, I've written it down because my brain is not working today.
We just talked about embrace the lows indeed.
Yeah, embrace the lows.
How do you go about that? I think those are really solid things for a game plan.
Yeah, mindful distraction.
How to lift yourself up when it gets hard. Just think about it, why, go and walk. See if you start feeling better. Never quit at an aid station. Just kind of run the mile that you're in, I guess.
Exactly. I think all of those, you just got to try and stay positive, understanding that there will be lows.
Yeah.
Like, know that there will be lows.
Yeah, be prepared.
Know that low will not last forever.
Yeah.
That low will change. Just like at UTMB, you know, I had that struggle. I had a couple tantrums, had a couple cries, threw up a bit. But then the last 10K, I felt great.
Yeah.
And I was like, obviously it helped having that friend there. It helps chatting to someone.
But I think what you guys did, which I would personally, like I've also been doing during road races. I know you and your friend talked about how are we going to finish?
Yeah.
Visualizing the finish It's something
100%.
that has helped me so much during any race I've done so far.
Yeah.
Like, I will think about the nice food that I'm going to have,
Yeah.
or the shower, or the hug that I will get from my friends or my partner, whoever is there.
Yeah.
And sometimes, and this has also helped me, even though it does put some pressure onto it, sometimes I've even heard like the voice of a friend who knows that I'm racing,
Yeah.
and who's like, what happened at kilometer 15? And I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't want that person to be surprised or disappointed, so I'm gonna push through.
Yeah, exactly.
And especially, I think, at the end of a race, at the start, don't put any pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
But when you get near the end, think about that finish line. Think about how you want to look.
Yeah.
And try to just achieve that. Maybe it means you need to, like, imagine you have 6K left. Maybe it means you need to walk 5K.
Yeah.
And you can run the last K.
Yeah.
Great.
Or if that gets you to, that's perfect.
And you will look good on the photos. You know?
Yeah. Do it for Strava.
Exactly. So I think that would be my final tip myself, even though I've not run my 50K yet. It is something that I think I would do again
Yeah.
on any race. Just visualize the finish.
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
Nice.
I think that sums it up. If you guys need any more tips, if you have any tips yourself that you want to share, leave them in the comments. We love seeing that. And yeah, good luck with your training.
Yeah.
Right.
See ya.